Hey everyone, welcome back to my studio. Yay! If you don't know, I purchased this 12 by 24 shed and I'm converting it into my dream quilting and sewing studio. And today I have partnered with Lowe's to make my dream sewing table. So this table is going to be a counter height table. It's going to be massive. I got these beautiful 6-foot by 25-inch by 1.5" butcher block countertops from Lowe's. These are going to be so amazing. They're so beautiful already. As you can see, we've already got them laid out. I got 3 of them. So this table is going to be massive. It is going to be 72 inches by 75 inches. So it is going to be a huge table. I'm going to have plenty of room to record and have a designated cutting area and sewing area. And it's just going to be beautiful. Come along with me and my dad as we create this table, because honestly I'm just kind of standing and watching and doing what he tells me, because I am not the woodworker of the family. He definitely is. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy the video.
When there's heavy work to be done, time to break out Daddy. From Lowe's. And Daddy's gonna bring them into the building. They're heavy, it's very dense. It's going to make a really, really solid tabletop. Alright, now I gotta unwrap it. Miriam's mysterious mom, who never shows up for the video, is shooting the video. And Miriam doesn't even know what's happening. But you know what this is? Quality content. All of these, then I got to inspect them, make sure the edges are good. If they got any crappy edges on them or banged up edges, I'm going to have to clean them up. Oh, look who's coming. Here comes the quilting queen, none other than Miriam. I call her Miriam. Probably the first you've heard that. Hey Miriam.
What do you think you're doing?
We're shooting quality content for you.
Hey, Mom, are you going to be on the video?
No.
Ooh, but you talked.
She was very hesitant with the first question I asked her. She just waited and thought, oh, I don't know if I want to say anything or not.
I can't speak.
Pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
They're beautiful. Gorgeous.
Where's the Hey. Where's the air conditioning? I'm pretty sure air conditioning is included in my Contract. Oh, that's right, I have to put it in.
I haven't bought it yet. So you've been out here hamming it up for Mom
Just for a few
and your
minutes.
camera?
Not very long.
Quick side note, if you would like to hear some of my announcements for future projects and some announcements about my Missouri Star Quilt Company discount, please stick around to the end of the video and I will go over all of that stuff, okay? So, okay, let's get back to the video.
I'm going to flip this over and see if the other side is imperfect. I don't see anything wrong with either side. Let's move this over tight to it. They're cupped a little bit.
Like the edge?
The whole thing is like this a little bit, or like this a little bit. You got to get it as straight as possible, because trying to pull this 1.5" thick, 2-foot wide hunk of maple straight is going to be really hard.
Yeah.
Pick the way that it fits best. This one's got some dings.
Yeah.
Let's see if the other side is.
Oh yeah, that looks a lot nicer.
So this side's nice. Okay, let's on there. Needs to be the back side. So there's that. You bought one that already been opened? How do you know if these are any good?
I have no idea. Those are just the ones I gave me.
No.
Of course I did something wrong. So basically what we were just doing, where we were looking at both sides of the countertops to see which side's the pretty side. And the pretty side is on the underneath, so we're going to be working on the back. Or the bottom of the table top.
So these are tight joint fasteners. This is what we'll put on there. Use these typically on countertops where they butt up against each other to pull it tight so they don't come apart. And that's what we're going to do with these, is put these on the bottom to pull it and keep it tight. Look at that. Fancy, huh?
Super fancy.
So we just got to route out little recesses where they go. There. There.
Exact measurements. Perfect.
That's how we do it.
What's this white stuff that came? Is that glue? Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so.
Then I was thinking,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if we should glue it or not.
Okay.
Because gluing requires that it be really, really perfect. Which is going to be pretty hard to do, and any imperfection has to be sanded out so it looks level. Which is going to be pretty hard to do on such a large surface. So the easier way to do it be to, at the joints, still put these on, but at the joints put a little bit of an edge on this, a little bit of a round over, so there's a definite point where they come together. Instead of trying to make it perfect, trying to make it so it's functional.
Yeah.
And it has a little bit of a round to it, so that where they come together, you can see where they come together, but it'll be more functional, and then it'd be less exacting as far as being perfectly level if we did that.
So on the, that's going to be on the top of the table?
Right.
It's going to have like
Just a little bit.
a curved.
So there won't be a point there where you're going to get a sliver, although this isn't really prone to slivers like a lot of wood. Maple is pretty tight. Oh, this might be Antigrade or something, I'm not sure. Did they sell it as maple?
Hevea.
I don't know what that is. So might be a wood that comes from someplace else in the world, and not.
But do you think I will have to sand it? I mean, it's,
You can sand
it's
it.
Not very.
You can sand it to. Well, you don't want to sand a lot. The reason why it's got a little fluffiness here is from moisture.
Oh, okay.
So just the humidity in the air causes the wood to swell a little bit.
So that's why there's
got
little
a
patches.
little bit of a, yeah. So this is all glued up, in big blocks, and then they run it through a machine called a time saver, which is a giant machine with a big belt sander on it, and they run it through that to get it all perfectly level. When it's done with that, it's pretty stinking smooth, but after it's set for a while, where the grain here, where the open grain is, it's kind of absorbed a little moisture, so it's got a little bit of a, hairy isn't the right word for it, but it's got a little texture to it.
Kind of what it feels like.
Because the wood is swelling up a little bit from the moisture.
Okay.
So you just have to rig up a straight edge and a router and route some pockets for this.
Cool.
And then we picked up this also from Lowe's, big hunk of channel, which I'm going to cut in half. Put one here, and a bolt one here, and one there to give it a little added strength, because the table that this is going on is not this big.
Yep.
It's not close to this big, so there'll be quite an overhang. So you need some support out here so it's not blowing in the breeze and more likely to break these joints. So once it's set down, it's not going to go anywhere, but this has to help hold it straight. And this, basically, when you have steel and when you put bends in it, the engineering of it gives it a lot more strength. So this is a pretty beefy hunk of steel.
Yeah.
So that'll hold it pretty straight, and will definitely keep it from breaking, because you don't want the half of it to break off and fall down and land on your foot.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great.
Pretty bad.
Would not be good.
That's bad for a quilting sensation like yourself.
You're right.
She told me to say that.
I'll pay you later.
Okay. So here's a straight edge that I've had for 25 years. Not as long as I've had Miriam. Piece of phenolic, which is just a really, really dense, heavy piece of plastic that doesn't warp, and it'll be perfectly straight. So we'll be able to route that. Where's that router? Alright, so this doesn't, we could do this, we could route these out with a heavy duty router, but you really don't need it. So this is a Bosch, oops, this is a Bosch router. Picked this up from Lowe's too. That's a good quality brand. It's a laminate trim router, variable speed, but you can route anything you want to route. It doesn't have to be laminate. And we're going to put in the little slots using this little machine here.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clear light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck.
How'd I do?
Let's check it out. That looks beautiful.
That's what you call your slot.
Ah, okay.
That's what one side of this goes in. That's going to go in there. It's going to go all the way down in.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So is that. I'm going to do all this other routing too. It's a fraction of what needs to be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 of those. And then we got to do 8 slots for the bolt. Ain't gonna get done by itself.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow.
So basically what he's doing is he's taking a router and he's cutting out a little tiny slot, which I'll show a close-up of that here. And the slot is where the little bolts are going to go into. So let me grab one to show you. So these bolts go in the little slot. So this little rectangular piece goes in one slot in one of the boards, and the other one goes in the slot in the other board. And it basically holds the 2 boards together. So pretty cute. Pretty cute. Pretty cool. These are usually used for, like my dad said, for like a mitered corner of countertops. You know what mitered corners are, right, in quilting? Well, they do mitered corners and countertops, and this is what's usually used for that. But we're using it for this application, and I think it's going to work very well. And I don't think we're actually going to be gluing them together. So if we ever need to take them apart for some reason, it's going to be easy to do that. Just remove that and they'll come apart. We also got these at Lowe's. I don't think they were very expensive, but they come in like a little kit.
Oh, there's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day to
Hello! It is the next day. We got quite a bit done yesterday, and then it got very hot. It's like we had a few days where it was in the low 80s and it was pretty nice out, but you know, the heat wave came just in time for us to be working out here. So we got all of the little grooves cut in the countertops for the bolts to go into. So here, I'll point this down. So we've got the grooves cut on all of the where we're gonna have all of the joints coming together. So that's pretty cool. Looks pretty neat. So now we just need to blow this off real quick, or sweep it off so it's nice and clean, and so we don't have any sawdust like in between the countertops, just so everything's as tight as possible. And then we'll put the bolts in the little groovies. So that's what we're gonna work on today.
Hey Miriam,
What?
you gonna show your peeps how you ride this?
What's that supposed to mean?
Ready? Go.
It's not very nice.
Just kidding. Alright, well, let's sweep off most of the dust. And let you bolt these up.
You're a professional dust blower.
Don't call me a blowhard. Okay, where's all your little
Here?
tight joint fasteners? Here you go.
Let's see. How tight should I get it? Do I go like as tight as I can?
Pretty tight. You know, I'll crank on it as hard as you can because you can break the bolt.
Oh, okay.
today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give.
I'm going too far that way.
Yeah, it's gotta get far enough so you can get another bite on it, but if you keep going, this thing goes under and pushes it
Okay.
up.
Am I going the wrong way?
Today is a good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to buy.
Alright, so we got it all bolted up with these tight joint fasteners. We're not going to glue it because once we put this on and the countertop, it's a ginormous countertop, roughly 6 feet by 6 feet. It's going to be really hard to move. It's going to weigh 200 pounds, 250 pounds, something like that. So it'd be really hard to move. So we're not going to glue it. So if you ever need to move it, you can take it apart and move it and it'll be fine. It'll still function great. So we're going to bolt this on, cut this in half, and bolt one over here and one over there, and that'll give the thing a little bit more rigidity because the tabletop or the substrate that it's going to sit on isn't going to go all the way to the ends. So the overhang needs to be really solid. So engineering wise, you don't have to worry about it tipping, breaking off, or anything. So this will accomplish that, and that's our next step. Cut this in half and then bolt this onto the butcher block.
We have to take this to a saw? Do you have a special,
Yeah, we have to take this to a saw.
Do you have a special metal saw?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a metal saw.
Well, a saw that cuts metal.
Yeah. You have to take this. We should get that on tape, right?
Oh, probably.
Oh, it's still running. So we're going to take this to a special metal saw. I mean a saw that cuts metal. We're going to cut it in half. Then I'm going to take a grinder and I'm going to grind the edges down so if she bangs her knee into it, the star of the show, so she bangs her knee onto it and she doesn't get a bad cut. And then we'll put this on here, pilot a hole here and pilot a hole there, stick a couple of bolts into it, leg screws, so that it's secure, and then we'll drill a whole bunch more holes, stick a bunch more leg screws in, and do it twice. We'll be done. Well,
Sounds good.
gotta sand the top when we're all done. We're gonna put some kind of an edge round on the edge so it's not a sharp edge.
Yeah.
So
Make it pretty.
So now I'm gonna take this to my metal saw.
Perfect. My mom's standing right there. The mysterious mom.
Reach out a little further.
There's your arm.
There you go.
Hi, everybody.
Man, is it hot.
Today, well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day to live. Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light starts,
Now do we get to flip it?
Now we can flip it.
Woo! It's hot.
Look at that. That's a thing of beauty.
That looks very good.
That's an engineering masterpiece.
It is.
This is the left-handed side.
Ah, perfect.
Left-hand's the stronger one up there. All right, so now we're gonna do a controlled fall.
Okay.
We're gonna move it over there, and then we're gonna tip it up slowly and let it hopefully gradually slide down to the floor.
Okay. Is there a spot that's better to grab? Doesn't really matter.
Sticking heavy.
Yep.
Okay, let it down. Look at that thing. That is a thing of beauty.
It is. Man, it's heavy. You want to balance it and I'll put the boards back up?
Sure.
Should I put them back up how they were? Or where do you want me?
Yeah, you can just put it like that. There, you can do that one.
Don't try to show off, Danny.
It's challenging for my thumb.
Yeah.
So we could put it on there just so you could see what it looks like sitting flat.
Yeah, well, and then that would kind of give us a gauge of how difficult it is.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Pick it up.
It's actually easier than what I thought it was going to be.
There you go. There is your table.
Oh.
Oh, I
Get
clicked on it.
Obi, get in here. Calm down. It's okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. It looks so pretty. But I'm kind of planning on having it as kind of like an island. in the room. So I'll be able to go all around it if I need to. It's going to be great for quilting and having different little stations on different parts of it. Thank you, Daddy, for helping. What do you think? Are you pretty proud of it?
It's the nicest countertop I've made in, I don't know, 20 years.
Awesome. Alright, welcome back. It's a couple of days later from the last time I recorded, and I got, if you look back there, just zoom in, I've got my cube organizers. I don't think I explained that, but I'm going to be using these large cube organizers as kind of the legs of my table. So those are going to be, zoom back out, those are going to be really good support for the table. We're also going to beef them up a little bit. We're going to put some plywood on the back to give them even more support, to be able to support the very large countertop. And I got those at Target. They're cute and they'll be great for storage and things, and so they'll be multifunctional. And we're also going to put wheels on the bottom of them, so we'll be able to move the table around. So, but I'm not going to do any of that stuff till the next video. We're just focusing on the countertop in this video. My next step for the countertop, and the last step, is to sand it. So it is pretty stinking smooth as is. There's just a few kind of little rough patches where my dad said that you can get a little bit of moisture in there, and that kind of causes those kind of slightly fluffy spots. So I'm gonna sand the countertops. We've just got this DeWalt sander. You can also get this at Lowe's. We've had this one for a really long time. I will be using that, and I'm starting with, I think it's a 100 grit paper. And when I'm sanding, I'm just going to be sanding with the grain of the wood. And I'll start with a 100, and then I bought a couple of others. I got 120 and 180. So you kind of, when you're sanding stuff, you gradually increase the number of the grit, which as the number increases, the coarseness of the actual sandpaper decreases. So the larger the number, the smoother the sandpaper is. So there's something if you didn't know it. So I'm just going to pop on my headphones because these block out sound, which they'll block out the sound of the sander, and then I'll also be able to listen to something while I'm doing this because this is going to take a little while. Let's get to it.
Startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Okay, so I did the first round of sanding, and it looks pretty stinking good. So I have 3 countertops, right, that we put together, This one at this far end was probably the most troublesome with needing more sanding than the other ones. It just had some imperfections and divots. I'm probably going to go over, well, I'll probably just go over all of them again with that 100 grit. Switch this one out because that's pretty much used up now. All right, round 2.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents.
Alrighty, I have completed, I think, 3 full passes with the 100 grit. So now I'm gonna move up to the 120, do a pass with that, see how everything feels, if it feels good. I'm just going by feel on my hand. If it feels nice and smooth, I go on to the next one. And then I'll do the 180 at the end. So I'm not gonna record that because it's all kind of the same thing. I will be back in 1 second to do a little wrap up of the video and go over some announcements. It's really a bummer that the camera can't pick up how much better tabletop looks now that it's sanded. It's very dusty. I am very, very dusty. But now I'm just going to go around with 100 grit paper, and I'm going to be going around the edges just to kind of round them off a little bit. So I'm just going to use that with a piece of sandpaper in my hands because I can feel what the sandpaper is doing for here. So I'm going to sand the corners real quick, and then it's going to be done. I'm going nice and slow because you can always take a little more off, but you can't put it back on. And I want these to look really nice, you know, because I'm going to have this table for decades. So I'm sure some people will ask if I am going to be finishing this with any kind of sealant or anything. And as of right now, I am not planning on it. This isn't going to be, it doesn't need to be food safe or anything like that, so I don't need to seal it with any type of oil or anything. And I just really love the color of this wood, so I don't really want to stain it. So as of right now, I'm planning on just leaving it. I'm planning on just leaving it the way that it is. So my opinion could change in the future, but as of right now, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. All right, the edges are done. Oh, it looks so good. I'll definitely have my dad come out and take a look at it and make sure that I've done the sanding properly. But as for right now, we are done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video of us putting together this gorgeous countertop. This is going to be a game changer for me. I'm going to be able to do all of my work on this table. I'll be able to baste my quilts. You know, I do glue basting. I'll be able to baste on this table. I won't have to take it to my dining room table in the house. I'm just going to have so much space to do everything out here. It's going to be incredible. So nice. So thank you so much to Lowe's for partnering with me on this video. This has been so much fun. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you were interested in these countertops, these come in several different lengths. I think they come in like 3 foot, 6 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot. There's several options for you. They also have different types of wood. If you don't necessarily like this, there's other types of wood. There was also a butcher block that has like herringbone design, which I really liked that. I might get that for like a desk, perhaps. I'm thinking about it because I just really love the look of that. If you're interested in these countertops, they will be tagged in the products section in my description box. So if you're interested in checking those out, I'll also link the router that we used, the little bolts that we used, and the handy dandy sander. All right. So, announcements real quick. My Missouri Star Quilt Company discount link is still going to be active. You can still use my link to shop at Missouri Star, but unfortunately they have decided to remove the discount from the link. So I think what they're thinking is they're going to be doing some really special sales and deals and things, and they're just going to focus their efforts on that. So they're not going to have that discount link anymore. But if you still want to support my channel and shop with Missouri Star, it's free for you to click on the link and shop through the link. You don't get charged extra, but it really does help me out because I do make a little commission from those sales. I have other links down in my description box as well. If you're interested in that, I have one for Fat Quarter Shop, and for electric quilt software, and for Juki Junkies. So you guys know I love my Juki machine. I am an affiliate with Juki Junkies. So if you shop through my link, then I make a little commission on some of the sales that come through there. And again, you don't get charged anything extra. It's just a way to kind of help me out. I really, really appreciate it. If you don't want to, or you don't want to shop, totally fine. No hard feelings at all. I don't want anyone to feel pressured like, oh, I should do that for her. Da, 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 da. Like, no, you don't have to. Honestly, you really don't. Just watch my videos. That helps a lot. I just really, really appreciate you guys. Update on my patchwork alphabet quilt pattern. I have finished my quilt top. So I will pop a little picture of that up here on the screen. Super excited about that pattern coming out. I've gotten pictures and feedback back from a couple of people that are testing the pattern for me. So I'm really excited about that. They have about another week to work on their projects. And then I'm going to finalize the pattern, do any tweaks that I need to do, and then I will be releasing that very soon in probably 2 weeks or so. So keep an eye out for that. If you would like to join my newsletter, I'm sending out a newsletter once a week now, and that I'm just kind of giving updates and letting you know what's going on. I'm doing a lot of like announcement type stuff in there and updates on projects that I'm working on. I have a little shed update section, so if you would like to be in the know for that, you can join my newsletter. Link is in the description. I got lots of links down there now. I am very, very excited. Next video, I don't know what it'll be about. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Anyways, again, thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. Please have a great weekend and a great day, and I will talk to you very soon.